So this isn't how we normally start videos. Kurt's usually right here, and I'm right here. But he told me that he had to go upstairs and that I should start the video anyways. So I don't know what he's doing. Or
Did you start the video? Did you start the video?
What are you wearing? Are we actually doing the video like this?
Yeah. Hey all, how's it going? My name is Kurt. This is Trenton.
I'm pouring something to drink real quick. One sec.
Welcome to SLB Basement Bourbon Bar, Trenton. What do you think of my new outfit for the show? It's unique. What do you think?
It's unique, all right.
What do you think? Look good?
What are you supposed to be? This isn't Halloween or anything.
I couldn't help myself, Trenton. Today we're going to be talking about what?
You really did it up with the shorts, too.
I think I got a little rip on the side, too, here. I ripped them earlier. That's okay. Can't see them.
What are we doing again? I'm all thrown off now. This isn't how we usually do stuff.
Trenton, we're going to be talking about SLB's Ultimate Father's Day Gift Guide. Right? So we're talking about Father's Day gifts.
You're supposed to be a dad?
Oh, well, I am a dad. And a grandpa, for that matter. What I am wearing at the moment is what most people give for Father's Day. And I'm just here to tell everybody I'm just knocking on that 60-year-old mark, and I've gotten just a few Father's Day gifts through the years. Uh-huh. Most of them, you try to smile and hug your kid and say thanks, but you get a golf hat, you get a tie, and look at that, dude. I tied this myself. I still got the dimple.
You didn't pre-tie that? You actually tied it upstairs?
No, I didn't even look on YouTube. I remembered how to do all this.
That's actually kind of impressive.
Sweater vest kind of gift like that.
Is this like real wool cashmere or something?
I got it at Goodwill a couple days ago.
So not cashmere,
just for the show.
Okay, before we start though, I bought you that mug. Like a long time ago.
Father like no other coffee mug.
So you're telling me you didn't actually like it?
I love it, Trent. I love that mug. But that's that's usually the gifts that people think about for their dads.
And like socks and things like that.
Sure.
So what else are we gonna recommend? Bottles, obviously. We
got bottles, obviously. We got a list of things that we want to share with you today. None of which are ball caps and ties and sweater vests.
Okay.
Thank goodness, right?
Yeah.
Right.
We like bottles and whatnot.
That's right.
So.
Well, first, Trenton, I want to mention our merch store.
We don't do that.
Now, you're pretty much in charge of the merch store, but I'll do the best I can. You can find all of our merch at slbdrinks.com. Trenton does a great job there, and we do have Glencairns in stock.
Oh,
I think you probably poured something in it.
Okay, this is mine.
Yes, we do have Glencairns in stock. Trenton also has Wee Glens.
Yeah, you like the little minis?
You like the little tiny minis?
Yeah.
We also have those in stock too. He's got different clothing, apparel,
shirts, hats. We got flight boards, like tasting flight boards. A lot of people use those for blinds.
He did a great job designing and getting this made, this bar mat here. I love this bar mat. It's fantastic.
That was cool.
Got that there too.
So anything from our store will ship in time for Father's Day. If you use the code DAD at checkout, we'll give you 20% off your order. Yeah. So check that out. It'll be cool.
Awesome. Great. Yeah. I didn't know that. Fantastic.
Help the dads out.
Help the dads
get the stuff.
Absolutely. All right. Let me get into something real quick here too, Trent, before we get into the bottles.
Hit me.
If you have a dad out there that's big into cocktails, and I talked to quite a few in the comments that also tinker around with cocktails, you cannot go wrong with a good quality cocktail book. First of which I want to recommend is anything from Death & Co. All right, this is a fantastic cocktail book. I've had it quite a long time. I have another one over there as well. This has a lot of great information in it, as well as fantastic cocktail recipes. This would be an excellent Father's Day gift as well. Also, here lately, I don't have a ton of information because I'm just getting into it, but boy, I want to recommend this cocktail book. It's called, you haven't even seen that yet,
I haven't seen that one yet, no.
Yeah, it's called Bar Chef. Now, you can get both of these on Amazon. Can you put a link up for these?
I'll put links to both of these books in the description of the video.
Great. This is called Bar Chef. I've done a few in here already, just a couple probably. But what is amazing, this guy does some incredible things in the kitchen, which translates into the cocktail, and it's just it's really really neat stuff. Hence the title, Bar Chef. So I'm just getting into this one. I'm really finding this enjoyable too. So any of the dads out there that are big into cocktails, you cannot go wrong with a good quality cocktail book.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that, actually.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
getting into bourbon now. Some whiskey.
We have actually a couple different things. We got bourbon, scotch, and rye. Trying to get a little bit of variety in there. You have a bottle that I kind of give you a little bit of a hard time.
Yeah, you did.
I'll let you go first with this one.
You know, I wanted to put it in here, Eagle Rare, guys. Now listen, I know it's hard to find, but if you can find it for the right price, around that $40, give or take, you walk into this, and your dad's a bourbon drinker, you're the golden child. Game over.
I'll say this too. I usually don't like condone buying stuff on for a secondary price or a little bit higher than MSRP.
Right.
We get a lot of emails from folks that are saying, "Hey, my dad's a diehard Eagle Rare fan," or like bottles that were just kind of commonplace, like a little bit ago, like 2010, like that kind of thing. These are a secondary like $70 ish. So if you're trying to find a gift and you can see it for that price, for a gift, I don't think it's a bad bargain.
Right.
Obviously, you want to spend a little bit less if you can, like $40 MSRP, sure. Still good.
Yeah.
But if your dad's a huge Eagle Rare fan, $70.
Right.
You can't go wrong. That's kind of priceless for somebody that really likes that kind of thing.
No, so. You can't. I wanted to put it in there anyways because for some of you folks out there that, I talk to people that some of these things are on their shelves all the time. Buffalo Trace on their shelf all the time.
We can't get Buffalo Trace on the shelf here anymore.
No, we cannot.
A couple of years ago, it was everywhere.
Right. So if you have the opportunity and it works out in your favor, I think it's a great gift. One more for me, Trent, and I'll let you do your thing over there. I wanted to put this one in here. We don't talk about it a whole lot, but I think it's a good quality bourbon at a great price, Woodford Reserve. You know, for the money, what is that, about $35? Roughly 40?
I think so,
it's something like that. It's been a while since I bought one. Yeah. It has a little bit of a lower proof point, and
90.4.
Yeah, I was going to say 90, but I knew it was something different. Okay, 90.4. But this would be perfect for the father that's a little bit conservative.
Yeah.
Doesn't get outside the box very often.
That's a good point.
You know, and this one isn't crazy wild flavors or anything like that. It's just good, consistent bourbon.
This is
at
like
a decent price.
This is like the classic car of bourbon, I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm not into cars much. I really don't even know how an engine works.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Sure.
But it's classic bourbon.
It is.
For a solid price.
It is.
It's not any I feel like now a lot of bourbons coming out are cast strength. Yeah. And a lot of companies have kind of followed that. And Woodford has with their Masters collection and stuff, which I prefer their lower proof stuff than their higher proof stuff. Yeah. I think Woodford does a great job with entry level stuff. So
yeah, great gift for a conservative dad when it comes to bourbons. That's for sure. What you got over there, buddy? I can't wait to get that green label bottle on.
Should I do that first?
I think you should.
Okay.
I think
so. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go. Can you see that? I'm gonna go a little bit outside the box here. So obviously I was picking ryes. I'm a huge rye fan, and a lot of the stuff I found that I drink at home is either finished or cast strength, that kind of thing. I feel like not a lot of people are huge fans of cast strength, just because the rye is so upfront, especially with the proof. You get the spice and everything with the rye. So I was looking for something economical, but also a little bit different. So I found this George Dickel rye whiskey, and we talked about this in a video a little bit ago. But I learned that this is actually distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, which to me is MGP rye. So this is MGP rye made for Cascade Hollow, which is the distillery that makes George Dickel. So I think this is like $30 or $35. It's 90 proof, so it's a lower proof rye. But I think the value that you get for the price for a rye is just fantastic. Yeah. George Dickel doesn't carry I feel like the best reputation, but this stuff is so good. You can tell that that's an MGP rye. It's probably 95.5 if I had to guess, and 95.5 at 90 proof. Super good, especially for the price, and it's everywhere. Yeah, I mean, how can you go wrong with that? Yeah.
No, nice and sweet. Got that rye characteristics, good quality rye characteristics too.
Perfect. Yeah. He's a dad. He's not a big rye fan. Are you drinking that? I think it's pretty,
absolutely.
I think it's pretty good.
I would.
I'm a little bit biased because I love rye.
I would. But sure, I would. Me? You? Where are you headed?
I'll let you go. You got something a little bit different.
Yeah. I pulled, I really wanted to get a scotch out here, but I thought, I'm going to go with an American single malt. So I've got a Sherrywood. This is a Westland Sherrywood. I think they're out of Seattle. This is 92 proof, which is perfect proof point for me when it comes to single malt whiskey. And this one here is going to give you some beautiful wood notes there. It's going to give you malty. It is going to be a beautiful malty note there too as well, but also some great fig raisin type flavors. I can't wait till you taste that one.
I almost forgot how to use a screw cap. That was kind of embarrassing.
Now this is an American single malt, and I really, really, really like American single malt. And we got some shows planned coming up.
Shows
coming up for too long, because I really want to highlight some American single malt whiskey. But I think this one is great. Now it will run you a little bit more money. It's going to be about $85. Okay, but for those of you who have dads out there that don't mind getting outside the box or a little bit more adventurous in their palate, want to try a few different things, I think this is a fantastic option.
You like this?
I do.
I'm surprised because I get quite a bit of like a coffee note, like a coffee bean, bitter coffee bean.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of dads like coffee. So.
Maybe that's what I'm referring to as that wood note. That
yeah, maybe.
And,
I could see that. Or like if you were to chew on a piece of beech driftwood, something like that. I could see that too.
You know, I might just, babe, next time we go to the beach, we'll get some driftwood and I'll chew on that and see if it relates to this whiskey.
Do a side by side. Dunk that beechwood in some water and do a side by side.
I might have to.
I think it'd be great.
All right, buddy. What do you got for your last one?
This is one that I honestly forget about quite often.
Yeah.
And this is coming out of Jim Beam. It's the Baker's 7. I think it's 107 proof, right? 107 proof, about $65. The reason I picked this is because I feel like Jim Beam White Label is one of the best-selling bourbons of all time.
Right.
And I feel like dads love Jim Beam White Label. I don't know why.
I tell you what, yeah, you're right. A lot of older guys.
Yeah.
Talked to a lot of them on the comments, man. They grew up with Jim Beam White Label.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if you're looking for something like, to me, this is Jim Beam White Label just elevated. Higher proof, higher age.
Yeah.
You get the quintessential Jim Beam profile in there. It's a little bit earthy. It's a little bit leathery, like you're chewing on a horse saddle, that kind of thing. You've been out lassoing cowboys and stuff.
It does have a little bit of good sweetness in there too, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cinnamon, maybe some nice cinnamon note in there.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to revisit that cinnamon.
I'm trying to think too. I'm trying to remember, but it's pretty darn good.
I can't say enough good things about this, and I like Booker's. And I like Jim Beam. I think their profile is very distinct, and I can pick it up quite well, and I enjoy it. To me, this is something that I pour 2 times a week. Keep in mind, I'm not a dad. I do have some cats and a dog, but I'm not like an actual. I don't have a kid, so I'm not like that kind of dad. I'm a dog dad. You know,
you're still a kid yourself.
I'm like 26. I act like a kid.
Exactly.
But seriously, this is a great buy. I see this pretty much everywhere I go. It's available, and I think.
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That's kind of maybe apart from your little middle one there. We were going with stuff that's a little bit different and something that's pretty both economical and available. We
wanted to try to hit plenty of targets here. We're trying to throw a lot of darts to try to help people out, you know, because everybody's different. Everybody's gonna have different palates, you know, different personalities. So, you know, I think you did a great job on your end. You got a nice, tasty, you know, sweet rye there. We got a conservative bourbon here. You know, we got that. You know, that unicorn. That unicorn out there that if you can find, you know, you're going to be the star of the day. And of course with this Baker's and then an American single malt.
Yeah.
So
really nice. What do they call it? Smorgish?
Smorgasbord?
It's not ish. Smorgish. It's not
smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord. We got a nice smorgasbord of options up here. All really good price points, I think, for the value. So check them out. If you can get them, great. If you do, also, I'd be interested to know like what your dad thinks of it. If you do end up getting it and he tries it, if he thinks, oh, this is a drain pour, he thinks it's pretty good. I think we hit the bullseye on all.
Yeah, I think it's a good choice.
Bunch of these recommendations.
Whatever you do, just stay away from the, you know, every year ordinary gifts like I'm wearing right now. And sorry, Trenton, but Father's Day like no other.
See, I got that for you because I thought you could pour some bourbon in it and people would just think it's coffee.
I'm really thinking hard about you even buying this for me. I don't know.
I think I did.
You might have just said that for the video.
I'm
not sure about that.
What did that say on the bottom? Was that $2.99?
Exactly, $2.99.
Ooh, yeah, I don't think I got that. I thought I got you a mug at some point.
You didn't give me that one, pal. That came from Goodwill along with this sweater a couple days ago.
I'd probably spend $9.99 on you. That's a little bit too cheap for me.
Oh boy, That's so sweet.
I know.
Thanks, man. I'm feeling the love here. All right, that's all we got for you today. I hope you had some fun. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly, and we'll see you next time right down here with Trent and I in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.